What up? Welcome to Ralph Reads, brought to you by TURN, the United Ronin Networks. My name is Ralph Anthony Garcia, also known as R4. The legal, the loyal, the regal, the royal, Ronin Ralph, your master of ceremonies. I would like to take the time to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me. And please tell a friend to like, share, comment, and subscribe to TURN, the United Ronin Networks. We are Ronin. On today's episode of Ralph Reads, I will continue the adventure based on the Saul Urich novel and the Walter Hill and David Shaber screenplay of the same name, the cult classic, The Warriors, commemorating its mind-blowing 40th anniversary. Let the reading commence. Cut to the city street. A summer shower, rain pelting down. The warriors sprint across the road, take cover under an awning. Lousy train, Ajax spewed. This sucks, Vermin agrees. No the fox said. I'm beginning to think maybe this ain't our night, Cowboy uttered. Ajax agreed. The rain continues to come down. Man, how long is it gonna rain out here? Vermin asked. Hey man, do I look like a weatherman? Cowboy replied. No, you just look like a dumb wearing a cowboy hat. Vermin laughed. Hey man, you, Cowboy said playfully. You wanna lay it down? Vermin asked. I'll lay you down, Cowboy replied. Let's go, Swan commanded. It's still raining, Ajax said. Yeah, and we still ain't home, Swan replied. He moves off. The others follow. Cut to the street. Night. The rain has now stopped. The warriors troop along the still wet sidewalk. Eyes left, eyes right. They cross the street, then move under the L. Cut to a corner of a nearby building. Up on the edge of it, in its decorated letters, the word spelling out SPORTS. Fox, give me a reading on the sports, Swan said. Big outfit, 200 brothers. They got this one cat, 6'8", call him Goliath. Bust heads wide open every night, the fox answered. Great. Just great, Vermin said. Him. Just some chicken like the rest of them big cats, Ajax happily replied. Yeah, right. You'll be the first one to haul ass if you ever came across him, the fox said. You may run across me real quick, you little pig ass. Ajax, Swan called. Yeah, Ajax replied. Lighten up, Swan said. Hey, Swan, you want me to hit this up? Rembrandt asked, holding the spray can. Let's keep moving, Swan replied. They move on. Farther down the way, still no station in sight. Man, how far to a train station? Cold Cheese asked. Up here, they could be a couple of miles apart, the fox replied. This sucks, Cowboy uttered. No Vermin agreed. Somewhere, there is a police siren. The whole line of warriors turn about face, drift out of sight against various store windows. Their faces tense as the siren grows louder. Cut to the street under the L. A police caravan coming, roof lights flashing. Warriors huddled against the storefronts. In the window, the reflection of the caravan moving past. Cruisers and the flash of several police buses. each jammed with gang members from the busted conclave. There's a few less for us to worry about, Vermin said. Wonder if they had them rogues on board, Cowboy asked. I wouldn't want to be one of those motherfuckers, the fox said. Just imagine if you had them Gramercy riffs on your side. Phew, Vermin uttered. Probably just a bunch of chicken shit, Ajax said. Rembrandt looks after the police vans. I wonder if they had Cleon in there. Cut to the Gramercy Riffs Clubhouse. Huge, warehouse-sized, 100 riffs in attendance. Suddenly, the main door is thrown open. All eyes on the 3 riffs who enter. Walking slightly before the others, to New Cyrus. Riffs! Who are the warriors? No one answers. There must be some word.
Coney Island bunch.
We already got one of them. Dead as a doornail. As dead as Cyrus? I want all of them. I want all the warriors. I want them alive if possible, if not, wasted. But I want them. Send a word. Cut to the radio station at night. The blare of rock music, electronic transmission equipment oscillating. On the turntable, the record ends. In the booth, the disc jockey is at her microphone. Her dulcet tones are honey smooth.
All right now, for all you boppers out there in the big city, all you street people with an ear for the action, I've been asked to relay a request from the Gramercy Riffs. It's a special for the Warriors. That's that real live bunch from Coney, and I do mean the Warriors. Here's a hit with them in mind.
She drops the needle, and the song, You Can Run, But You Can't Hide, plays loudly. Cut to the street night. The dingoes are listening to a radio nearby. Cut to another street at night. The baseball furies are listening to a radio nearby. Cut to another street at night. The big-time punks are listening with a radio nearby. Cut to another street at night. The Turnbull AC listening to a radio nearby. Cut to the radio station booth at night. The song ends. The needle is lifted.
Be looking good, Warriors. All the way back to Coney Island, you heard? Alright, babies. Do good. Do real good. Adios.
Cut to the interior of a candy store. Cropsy is standing at the counter, one of those hole-in-the-wall shops with a window on the street. Cropsy picks out a candy bar, then another, then 2 more. 7 other rogues stand behind him, all of them smiling. Some chewing gum catches Cropsy's eye. He helps himself to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packages. A young woman behind the counter. Her face is strained as she watches Cropsy gather up all that candy. Then her eyes swing nervously further off in the shop. Cut to a wall phone. Luther speaking into the receiver. Inside the candy store, Luther bangs out through the door of the booth. We set? Cropsy asked.
We set, all right. Somebody should pick their ass up. The Riffs sent out the word. They want them alive, but we don't.
Sooner the better.
What's the matter? You afraid that little face is going to shoot his mouth off before he gets wrapped?
Yeah, right. I'm worried he saw you. I just don't want the Riffs coming down on my head.
No sweat. They're looking for the Warriors, remember? We can do some looking too, you know. Ought to make you feel better.
They head for the door. Beyond them, out in the street, the Cadillac hearse is waiting. The young woman clears her throat, speaks to Cropsy.
That'll be $2.50.
Cropsy looks at her.
For what?
Luther asked loudly, then takes some candy and treats himself to a big bite to the girl's chagrin. Cut to the street under the L. Nighttime. The warriors are moving along the sidewalk, keeping to the shadows. A train station now visible down the way. Suddenly, Swan motions them to halt. What is it? Vermin asked. I don't see nothing, Cowboy said. Ain't nothing to see. Come on, what kind of chicken crap is this? Ajax asked. A moment more. Yeah, man. Come on, man. We're here. What the f are we waiting for? Cochise demanded. A train would help, the fox said. Unless you want to get jacked up there on an open platform. Bullshit, Cochise said. There's nobody on the street. Swan gestures with his hand. The fox slips expertly out through the shadows to take up a position against the L pillar as scout. Another gesture, Rembrandt and Snowball do the same against another pillar. We're acting like Ajax said matter-of-factly. Swan looks off to his left, senses something. Just keep talking, big boy, Swan said. Suddenly, a gang bus comes around the corner, rumbles towards them. The bus, covered with graffiti, crammed with members of the Turnbull AC. More gang members sitting on the roof, even more leaning out of the windows, shaved heads glistening, eyes searching, scowling looks. Cut to the warriors, they pull back into the shadows. Holy ish, Vermin said. Who the f are those motherfuckers? Cochise asked. I don't know, but they ain't waving any white flags, Cowboy said matter-of-factly. Who are they looking for? Rembrandt asked. Anybody, Vermin answered. The bus rumbles closer. Jesus Christ, it's the Turnbull ACs. Those f***ing guys are killers, the fox said. They all pull back. Cut to the side street. The bus moves by. The Turnbull AC members' eyes search the shadows. All of them huge mothers. A long moment. Then the bus is safely passed. Under the L, they're on our side, Rembrandt said. The Turnbull ACs. Those are some mean-looking motherfuckers, Cochise said. No sh**, Vermin agreed. You got to be 6 foot tall or better just to get into that outfit, the fox said. Yeah, I think they forgot about the truce, Cowboy uttered. You ain't disloying, Cochise said. Oh, f***ing Ajax agreed. The clatter of a train breaks in on the trestle. Down the track, a train is approaching the station. Swan, he motions the others to get ready. Rembrandt makes an urgent hand signal from the pillar. The Turnbull AC bus, now at the end of the street, it turns and heads back towards the station. Under the L, it's not a happy moment for the warriors. Oh, Jesus Christ, the fox uttered. What kind of shit is this? Vermin asked fearfully. Cut to the street. The bus moving closer. The AC's eyes still searching. Cut to the train, sliding to a stop. The doors start to open. Rembrandt signaling the Swan. Swan gives the signal. The warriors make a run for it. Go, 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 the fox said. Cut to the bus. The Turnbull ACs spot the running figures. They all react as one man. The multicolored bus roars towards the station. The Turnbull ACs yelling, screaming, laughing, gaining on the warriors who start to pound up the steps. The bus, now very close, brakes to a stop. The ACs jump out, head for the station. The warriors racing up the stairs, 2 at a time. The station platform, the doors of the train begin to close. The warriors come bombing up the last flight of stairs, tumult and uproar. They push aside various passengers. On the train, the doors are almost shut. Ajax flings himself into the narrowing gap, forces the door open again. Sheer brute strength. He holds it for the other warriors to enter. They dash into the car under his arms. The fox brings up the rear. The first of the Turnbull ACs appears on the platform, coming from the steps. The fox ducks under Ajax's arm. The door finally closes. Train pulls away. Tail lights moving off down the tracks into the night. The Turnbull ACs gather, watching the train, yelling and screaming disappointment as the train continues pulling away, watching it disappear. Cut to the interior of the train. The warriors reel into their seats. Even Snowball grins soundlessly. "Okay, right, warriors," Cowboy said excitedly. Yeah, Cochise said, just as excited. "Those were some desperate dudes," said Vermin. "So was we," Cowboy uttered. "Even fight. We could have taken them," Ajax remarked. "Yeah, well, fat chance they were going to even anything up," the fox said. "Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Bunch of chickens-ish," Ajax said. "Them cats didn't look too chickenish to me," Cowboy said. "Me neither," Vermin agreed. Cochise ignores this conversational turn, remains totally jubilant. "We made it. In an hour, it's CI, the big coney, baby," Cochise said excitedly. However, Swan is the eternal realist. When we get there, that's when we've made it. Cochise leans back, stretches out his legs. "Hey, no sweat, War Chief," Cowboy said. Rembrandt moves to a map of the subway system on the wall. The map is schematic with the contours of the city rounded off. Rembrandt is laboriously trying to puzzle it out. He has one finger on the top of the map at the point where they are. With the other, he is searching all the way at the bottom until... "Hey, I found Coney Island!" "Way to go, Rembrandt," Vermin said. "Figure out how many stops to Union Square," Ajax concluded. Rembrandt starts counting them off on his fingers. "Come on, man. That's high math for Rembrandt," Cochise said. "Hey, sucker, how you fix for toes?" "Hey, Ajax, why don't you pound sand up your ass and leave him alone?" Fox said. "Oh, you, Ajax replied. Rembrandt continues to count. The fox moves to his side and studies the map. "Nobody can read these maps," the fox said. "Forget it. We're home free. What's the difference?" Vermin uttered. Cut to the station at night. The train now creeping forward. Just beyond the station platform, a tenement burns. A track is on fire. Orange glow lighting the sky. A snorkel truck battles the flames. Smoke drifts across the tracks. The front of the train with a final lurch, it comes to a stop.
"Attention all passengers, attention all passengers. Fire department orders. This train is now not in service. It cannot proceed any further indefinitely. Buses will be transferred station down the line."
Cut to the platform. The doors of the train open. Inside the train, the warriors watch the other passengers file out. Passengers stream out of all the cars wearing grimaces on their faces. "This cannot be happening," Cowboy said. "What the f are we going to do? This sucks ass!" Vermin said. Loudspeakers said to take the buses, so we're taking the buses. "Shh! This is really our night," Cochise said. "Why couldn't it rain now?" Rembrandt uttered. We just better worry about who the hell set that fire, Fox said matter-of-factly. Cut to the platform. The warriors come out of the train, all of them shuffling towards the stairwell with the other passengers. Cut to the street below the station. 2 jam-packed buses close the doors in front of the remaining passengers, pulling away with a roar. Well, there goes that idea, Cowboy said. Give us a make-off break, Cold Cheese said. F***ing A, Ajax said. An angry row of people surge around the harassed bus starter.
More buses are coming. They'll be along in a minute,
said the bus starter. Yeah, a minute my ass. More like a hour, said one voice.
We're doing the best we can,
said the bus starter.
You don't want to wait? Kiss my ass.
We ain't got a half hour, let alone a minute, the fox said. Swan looks across the street. The fox stares in the opposite direction. We've had it, the fox said. Cut to a tenement roof on the other side. Looking down over the edge are 2 gang members, their eyes locked on the warriors. Swan and the fox, both looking at the roof. They just made us, the fox said. The 2 orphans continue to stare down. You recognize them? Swan asked. Orphans. So far down the list they ain't even on the map. Real low class. Bums. What's the numbers? Swan asked. Full strength? Maybe 30 soldiers. Minorly-ish. 30? That's a lot more than 8, Vermin said. Not if they're wimps. I'm sick of this running bull-ish, Ajax said. Nobody pays any attention to Ajax. Probably looking to make a name for themselves, Cowboy said. Best way would be to knock us off, Cochise said. The fox looks a little to the side. Swan already staring at that direction. Cut to the side street. 4 orphans stare at the warriors. The first orphan nods to the 4th. He drifts off down the street. The warriors watching tensely. You know where that cat's headed, right? Cowboy asked. Yeah. Reinforcements, Rembrandt said. We're gonna get jabbed here. We're gonna get jabbed, Vermin said. We better do something, Cold Cheese said matter-of-factly. The remaining orphans lounging against the tenement front. Their eyes never leave the warriors. The warriors, all with grim faces. Okay, I got the answer. We just go over there and waste them, Ajax said. With what? Your bad breath? All we need is one big mouth and it's everybody's ass, the fox said. Let's try it being friendly, Swan said. Cowboy, yo, give me a pack of butts. Cowboy passed over the pack of smokes. Swan pockets them. The warriors follow Swan, heading down the side street. Swan's eyes never leave the orphans. No matter what he says, nobody lip off, nobody get hot. I'm gonna see what I can do, Swan said. When did you turn into a f***ing diplomat? Ajax spewed angrily. Yeah, you ain't exactly the State Department type, Vermin said. It's better than sending like you 2 over, the fox said. Maybe Ajax has got a point about you, fox, Vermin said. Nay, Ajax agreed. Swan looks down the street, stares at the orphan. Fox, you come with me, Swan said. Why you taking that, Ajax asked. Because he's got a brain. He might know something useful. Yeah, put a lid on it, ape-man, Fox said. They reach a point across from the tenement. The orphans are still eyeing them. Swan and the fox start across the street. Cut to the tenement front. Swan crosses the last few feet. He reaches in his pocket, holds the pack of cigarettes with one butt extended. The first orphan looks at the cigarette, makes no move to take it. I thought you were reaching to show me your invitation, first orphan said, a polite edge to his voice. How do you figure? Swan asked. You come armying down here?
Invading our territory, no permits, no parley.
First Orphan said matter-of-factly. We're not invading, and I'm parlaying right now. The fox smiles, steps up, even with Swan. We were just at that big meeting. We're going home to Coney. The train gets messed up by that fire, and they dump us here. So, the first Orphan asked, so we're asking if it's okay to march through to the next station, Swan asked. The Orphan's eyes narrow.
I don't know what you're talking about, man,
First Orphan said.
How could there be a big meeting if the Orphans wasn't there?
Listen, you were lucky, the fox said. There was a hassle. A lot of heads got busted. The Orphans look even less friendlier than ever.
You think we ain't big? You think the Orphans ain't with it? You think the Orphans ain't well known?
We didn't say that, Swan said.
We got a heavy rep. You mess with us, you find that out,
the first Orphan said matter-of-factly. The second Orphan takes a newspaper clipping from his pocket, proudly holds it out. The first Orphan says,
You see that? They write about our raids in the paper.
Yeah, the fox said. That's real heavy. The warriors across the street watching. In a minute, they're going to be dancing, Cochise said. Beside him, Ajax is starting past Swan, the fox, and the Orphans. Yeah, and I got my partner, Ajax uttered. Rembrandt, Cochise, Snowball, and Cowboy follow his look. On the tenement porch, a girl next to the screen door. She shifts her legs, restless, obviously bored. Every move goes straight to the warrior's groin. The warriors staring hard at the porch. You know what that is, don't you? Ajax asked. Cowboy nods. Yeah, trouble. Cut to the tenement front. The fox, still reading the clipping, decides to try a pure bullshit move. Oh yeah, right. The Orphans. I heard about you guys. Our youth worker talks about you cats all the time. Boy, those youth workers, pain in the sand. We ain't got one, second Orphan said. He takes the clipping back. Must be because they're afraid of you, man, Fox said. Swan extends the cigarette again. Mollified, the Orphan now takes one, lights it up. At the tenement porch, the girl moves down the steps. No mistaking her look. At the tenement front, Swan is aware of the girl, but ignores her. The fox doesn't. Keeps shooting looks her way.
Nothing wrong with you making it through our territory as long as you coming in peace,
the first Orphan said. The girl deliberately stares right at the fox, gives him the eye. He flushes, now tries to keep his look away from her.
You got maybe 9-10 blocks from here to the next station,
first Orphan said. The girl starts to make chicken noises. The second Orphan says, Cut it, Mercy. She gives him a look, then defiantly continues. I said knock it off, shit. Second Orphan yelps. She gives him another look, then laughs at him. We'll be off your turf in 5 minutes, Swan said. He and the fox turned to go.
Hey, you!
Mercy yelped. Reluctantly, they look back. She points to their vests.
Those vests are real nice,
Mercy said. Yeah, it's our mark, the fox answered.
What's your family?
Mercy asked. Warriors, Coney Island, the fox answered. She reacts to the word warriors. Lighten up, Mercy. Stop looking for trouble, the second Orphan said. She ignored him.
Warriors, huh? You guys are the big dudes, huh? That makes those vests real valuable.
I should have slapped your mouth the first time you opened it, the second Orphan said. Mercy flashes at him.
So? Who stopped fuck you?
Mercy asked. She looks back at the swan and the fox.
Come on,
Mercy said.
give me one.
Swan shakes his head.
Just one. I just want one vest. You can get another one, man.
No chance, Swan said. Mercy wheels on the first orphan.
So you're just gonna let an army walk through here whenever they feel like it? How's that gonna look?
The point scores, but the first orphan tries to shrug it off.
Get lost,
The first orphan uttered.
you're just looking for a little action. Yeah, and I'm going to find it too.
Mercy said.
Pretty soon, the Stompers, the Maasai, the Homeboys, the Meat Packers, the Easy Aces, every gang is just going to mambo right in. Soldier right through. So, some man you are.
He flushes, raises his hand. She jeers again, clucking like a chicken. The first orphan is now livid. He turns to Swan.
Take your colors off, then you can walk through.
The first orphan said. We're not about to do that, Swan said matter-of-factly. That's just our mark. It don't mean we're at war, the fox said. Pause. The orphan's eyes all flicker sharply at him.
You go as civilians, okay? If you go as soldiers, we gotta come down on you. I mean it. Now take off your colors, all of you. You hear me?
The first orphan demanded. F you, Swan said without hesitation. We're not going to hide who we are just because some shakes her ass, the fox said. Don't you call me no hoe. I ain't no hoe. Without a word, the orphans turn, go back inside the tenement. Sorry. You're working so hard to hustle the merchandise. I didn't realize you meant to give it away. Let's go, Swan said. He and the fox head back across the street. On the other side of the street, Swan heading right past the waiting warriors. We're marching down to the next station, right through these lame territory. Let's move. They start for the corner, Tenement Street. The warriors swing around the corner, turn parallel to the elevated tracks. At every intersection, the tracks run along the next street, 1 block away. Hey, that is definitely the way to be cool. You cats really handled that, Vermin said. Yeah, we blew the ball game. Shh, the fox uttered. Forget it. You lipped that guy down, but good, Cowboy said. Right, his ear's gonna be ringing for a month, Cochise said. Dumb. I say we should have wasted them, Ajax said. Rembrandt looks behind him. Yeah, well, while his ears are ringing, he's walking, Vermin said. The others turn back. A block behind, the orphan is following. Cut to the warriors, Swan picks up the pace. Come on, let's waste this huff, Ajax said. Where there's one, there's more, Vermin said. Keep moving, Swan directed. Bunch of stick-ass, Ajax uttered. A brisk walk, all eyes straight ahead. 1 block behind, the orphan staying right with them. Side street, the warriors cross, glance at the elevated trestle. The orphan crossing the street, a block behind. 4 more orphans slip in from the side street, fall in behind him. The warriors checking the houses as they move along. The fox turns all the way around, not slackening his pace. Christ, this ain't good, the fox uttered. How many? Swan asked. A block behind, now a dozen orphans behind them. 10? No, 12, the fox said. Holy ish, Vermin said. They pick up the pace faster, almost a trot now. Vermin, move up to point, Swan directed. Holy ish, why me? Vermin asked pleadingly. He moves 20 yards ahead of the pack. Fox, move across. Snowball, flank. Ajax, Cochise, look alive in the middle. The fox races across the street. The Orphans passing another intersection, the same dozen keeping step. The other sidewalk, 5 more Orphans padding relentlessly along. The Warriors checking out each intersection for the next subway station. The Orphans pressing on, now 20 shadowed faces. The Warriors really humping now, trotting wordlessly. Vermin glances anxiously over his shoulder to see if they're gaining on them. Suddenly, he slows down, calls to Swan. Hey, off me! They're gone! I don't believe it, the fox said. The street behind them? Empty. No one in sight. The Warriors slowing to look. The street is empty. Nothing is moving. The fox moves back with the rest. Gone, Cowboy said. Don't complain, Vermin uttered. I ain't complaining, baby, Cowboy retorted. Astonishment and relief. Nothing that good ever happens. Where the fuck did they go? Fox asked. Just a bunch of chickens that got fish, Ajax said. Maybe they're circling around, Cold Cheese uttered. Let's find out, Swan said. He gestures to one side. 3 warriors, Ajax, Cowboy, and Snowball duck into a doorway along the sidewalk. Melt out of sight in the darkness. Swan, another nod, up the street, the remaining warriors taking off at a trot. Swan remains in his position. Some distance further up the street, the second group ducks into the space between 2 parked cars. Swan waits a moment to be sure both groups are set. Then he starts off, walking slowly up the street. Cut to the street. Swan strolls slowly, the sound of footsteps behind him. The group behind the car, cocking their heads at the sound of the footsteps. The group in the doorway. Swan moves by without a glance. A moment later, the sound of footsteps walking right by them. They look at one another. Then burst out of the doorway, block any path of retreat. Between the cars, Vermin, the Fox, Cochise, and Rembrandt jump out from between the cars, block the path ahead. Swan, whirling, looks. Mercy, the rabbit in their trap. Suddenly, Ajax's hand goes over her mouth. She kicks her legs fiercely. Aw, Cochise uttered. Vermin looks down the avenue. Maybe they sent her to stall us, Vermin said. Mercy manages to shake her mouth free.
Nobody sent me. I sent myself,
Mercy said. Yeah, right, sure. We're gonna believe that. Let her go, Swan commanded. Ajax releases her. Okay, what do you have in mind? Pause.
Maybe I'm looking for some real men. Nobody in them punk-ass orphans ever did anything.
Big smile emanating out of Cowboy. Well, if you're looking for some real action, all you got to do is knock on my door. I got the big one, Cowboy uttered. Hey, I'll give it to you, baby, Ajax said. Rembrandt speaks with quiet urgency. Hey, they're back. Cut to the street, the other side of the parked cars across the way. Quick padding feet, trying to make no noise. One pair, then another, maybe 20 in all. Cut to the warriors. The Orphans have moved between them and the street leading to the elevated station. They got us cut off, Cowboy said. Jesus, we're off, Vermin said fearfully. What are we gonna do now, big war chief? Ajax demanded. Looks at Swan. Snowball, break out the juice, Swan said. Puts his hand out. Yeah, great time for a party, Vermin said. Snowball pulls a wine bottle out of his coat. Swan turns, pushes Mercy back against the car. The others move in.
Y'all gonna jump me?
Mercy asked. She speaks half in fear, half in anticipation. Maybe we ought to do a train on you. Looks like you might even like it, Swan said matter-of-factly. Mercy isn't going to back off. F you, Mercy said. Yeah, real tough chick, Swan answered. He moves right up to her, pushes his leg between hers, forcing her to spread her thighs, pulls her skirt up. Parked cars. The scurrying feet on the other side of the wheels, now in position, gathered for an attack. Swan, poised over the girl, smiles at her. We better take care of our little problem here first. In an abrupt movement, he tears a strip from her skirt.
Hey, you're crazy,
Mercy said. The strip of skirt being passed to the other hands. Hey, there's the train, Cowboy announced. Huff! Let's move, Coachy said. Swan takes the bottle, the strip of skirt hanging out of its neck. A lighted match in the fox's hand.
You see what you get, warriors? You see what you get when you mess with the Orphans?
In one motion, Swan touches the flame to the skirt strip, then flings the bottle. It arcs through the air. The bottle lands, smashing on the rear of the car. The liquid flame spills and spreads down the trunk. The warriors, dashing to flank the car. Take her, Swan said. We may need her for a trade. Cut behind the flaming truck of the car. The figures in ambush starting to rise, back away from the heat. A huge explosion. The gas tank goes up, the car bucking into the air. The orphans reel back, the whole street lit up with shadows from the glowing flames. The orphans consumed in those flames. The warriors tearing around the far end of the inferno. The fox grabs Mercy. She is dazed by the sudden series of events. Come on, Hot Pants. You're the only hostage we got, the fox said. He pulls her with him after the others. All the warriors making for the subway station steps. Cut to the station. The warriors thundering up the steps 2 at a time. Cut to a train in the station, its doors starting to close. Cochise charging up the steps among the others. He looks at the closing doors. Oh, sweet Jesus, it's leaving, Cochise uttered. He makes another lunge upward. On the platform, the warriors running frantically alongside the train. All of them jump into the car. Inside the train, the fox dragging Mercy along, pushing her into a seat. All the warriors exhausted after their dash. The train, pulling away, enters the tunnel. Cut to a gas station. Luther at a payphone. He nods again and again, then hangs up. At the parking lot, a group of the rogues waiting, their beat-up old Cadillac hearse being gassed up. Luther walks over, looks down at Cropsey waiting behind the wheel.
Some 2-bit outfit almost got them, but they bopped their way past.
We can make them at the 72nd Street station. Luther shakes his head.
Platforms probably crawling with cops.
The fuzz is trying to rack every gang in this town.
No me and you included.
You got a reason for being so calm?
I ain't calm.
Oh yeah? Well, how do you feel?
I'm just having a good time.
Smiles, opens the door to get in. Cut to the 96th Street station at night. Subway train waiting on the express tracks. The doors open. A sprinkle of passengers wait on the platform. Inside the train, more silence. No one moves. Passengers sitting like statues. The warriors waiting like the others, fighting their impatience. Finally, Vermin gets up, goes to open the door. How much longer before that other train gets here? Shh! I'm sick of waiting for trains, Vermin said. Hey, Ajax agreed. Right, man, why trains ain't worth it. Vermin, sit down. Ajax, shut up, Swan commanded. Vermin comes back and sits. Come on, Union Square, come on, Rembrandt uttered. Cowboy puts a restraining hand on his knee, gives a warning glance toward the platform. A transit cop, strolling slowly along the platform, checking left, right. A second cop on the other side of the platform, doing the same. Subway car, the Warriors, all on the alert. My convention, Cochise uttered. Think they know about Cyrus? Vermin asked. The first cop pauses to check a group of teenagers moving by. The second cop moves to his side. Subway car, Swan nods to Vermin. They know, Swan uttered.
I'm sick of this shit. I want to go home,
Mercy said. Me too, Vermin agreed. And they all fade, Ajax said. The fox gives Mercy a nudge in the shoulder. There ain't much you can do about getting home right now. Remember this, we get busted, you're in the same shit as us. You dig? She nods, not very happily. Besides, you wanted to be with a big hot stuff bunch like us, the fox uttered. Platform. The cops start to move past the windows of the car, their eyes going towards the Warriors. The Warriors growing more tense by the second. The cops almost at the side of the car. The Warriors explode out of their seats. 96th Street Station, the platform. The Warriors burst out both doors of the car, move past each side of the cops. Swan, Cochise, Ajax, and Snowball on one end. The Fox, Mercy, Cowboy, Rembrandt, and Vermin on the other. Two policemen in the middle, dodging the passengers, running now as well. The two wings of the Warriors trying to unite. The policemen in the middle blocking them from each other. Swan heads for the other end of the platform. The Fox leading the second group the other way. Swan and the three Warriors with him dashing, dodging, broken field, running for the steps at the platform. The Fox and his group dashing just as fast in the other direction. Swan, his bunch, tearing up the stairs towards the street. The Fox and his bunch running for the other end. The end of the platform, just the blank wall, no steps. Where's the snitch upstairs? Cowboy yelped. At the last moment, Cowboy suddenly throws a last look backward. The Fox, still with Mercy, he's past the stairwell and the cop is now in the way. He wheels and dashes to the end of the platform. The Fox and Mercy jump off onto the tracks, disappear into the darkness of the tunnel. Cochise, with his group, running to the bottom of the stairs. No way out. They are in an underpass leading to another platform. The uptown platform. Cowboy, Vermin, and Rembrandt charging up the stairs. The underpass. Just as a train is closing its doors. They just have time to squeeze in as those doors close. Cut to the exterior of the 96th Street train station. Nighttime. Outside the street subway entrance, Swan and his group looking around, waiting anxiously for the others. The interior of the subway train headed downtown, Rembrandt looking out the window, Cowboy and Vermin at his side. The Fox and Mercy is in the tunnel just past the station. The train roars by them into the darkness. Cut to Broadway and 96th Street, Swan still waiting for the rest of the gang. Cochise, Ajax, and Snowball are next to him. They also scan the alien territory. What the f***? Where are they? Ajax asked. We better take off. Looks across the way. Hey, right, Ajax agreed. We said we'd wait, Cochise uttered. They could be anywhere. Who the f*** knows? Ajas asked. Come on, we don't have any choice. We have reached the ending of this portion of the miniseries on Ralph Reads. I would like to thank you, queens and kings, fellow royalty, for stopping by. You may reach me via Facebook, Ralph Anthony Garcia, Instagram, Twitter, as well as Periscope at RGMC2407. Email me, rgmc2407@gmail.com, where if you would like to leave a donation, use the Zelle app or PayPal via paypal.me/RGMC2407, or you may use Cash App. My cash tag is RGMC2407. You may also connect with me via my other channel, RGMC, Ralph Garcia, Master of Ceremonies, as well as this channel, TURN, the United Ronin Networks. We are Ronin. Fellow royalty, pick up a good book, read a good story, and set your good self free. I appreciate you, and I love you like cooked food. I will see you folks on the continuation of this Warriors miniseries on Ralph Reads. Get home safe.